This is Top Shop Podcast.
Shop Podcast.
Top Shop Podcast.
Podcast for automotive service business owners by Paul Donahue.
Hey, Top Shop Podcast listeners. We've got a great guest today from ANSED Diagnostic Solutions. There's a lot of you shop owners out there have not heard of ANSED, although their diagnostic tools are some of the best in the industry for what they do. And then I have Todd here, and Todd is Todd Haner. He's the national sales manager for ANSED Diagnostic Solutions. Todd's been around the block 50 years, 5 decades in the automotive aftermarket industry. Why don't you give us a little background, Todd? Tell us about you, how you got in the industry. 50 years is a long, long time. And then tell us about how long you've been with ANSED. But let's start from the beginning. How did you really get into the automotive aftermarket industry?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, so we laughed in our family that I grew up in the shop. And literally I did. My parents owned gas stations, small Chevy dealership, power sports industry, dealerships, et cetera, et cetera. So from the ripe age of 7 years old, I was out there in the shops with my family and, the rest of the crew working on motorcycles, snowmobiles, cars, trucks, you name it. So I've literally grown up in this industry and progressed on through into working for some of the OEs in the larger car dealerships, and then on into the tool business.
Onto the tool business. So, and you've been with ANSED how long now?
So ANSED was formed in 2012.
Okay.
And I've been with them since the initiation.
Yep. Since the initiation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about ANSED. So what exactly do they do, and how do you service the automotive aftermarket industry?
Sure, absolutely. So ANSED was formed in 2012. The owner of the company also has an export business where he exports U.S.-made tools and equipment to Europe, Asia, Mexico, areas like that. And in his travels, he found many opportunities to bring some unique tools and equipments to the United States market that we didn't see. We've never seen before in some cases. And so he embraced that. And then again, 2012, he decided to start to partner with some of these companies, bringing them in and offer them to the U.S. market.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. And you've been the national sales manager since the company was formed. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. And you're based in Philadelphia?
Yes, the company is based in Philadelphia. Yes.
Philly, the city of brotherly love. All right. So, and then if the auto repair shop owner wants to get information about the products, it's ANSEDdiagnostics.com, correct?
That's right. www.ANSEDdiagnostics.com. Absolutely.
You specialize, basically, there's 5 areas. I'm looking at the website here. So digital tire pressure testers, video scopes, exhaust gas diagnostics, power sports diagnostics, electrical system and sensor diagnostic tools. So how does the auto repair shop owner get more information on your diagnostic tools? I go to these trade shows, and diagnostic tool equipment companies make up a good part of the trade show floor because most of them specialize in different things. So
correct.
You guys started off with what product out of the 5?
Yeah, originally we started off with the gas analyzers, the 5 gas analyzers from Kane in the UK.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that was originally offered through our website, through trade shows. More recently, we now offer all of our products through Cornwell Tools. Through we do a lot of the trade shows, including SEMA, localized trade shows as well, and all the rest of the mobile distributors can get our products through their outside warehouse suppliers.
Okay. So ANSED sources diagnostic products from industry-leading tool and equipment manufacturers from around the world. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So what makes your diagnostic any different from the competitors?
So many of today's tools have progressed. I'll give you an example. Originally, you could work on a car with points in the carburetor and and just use a regular DVOM, a digital voltmeter, to test out the components and things. You could use an analog gauge to test compression. But many of the new vehicles today are far more advanced, where you need scan tools. You need digital accuracy to be able to be able to diagnose and accurately record what's going on with those cars. So, everything progresses. Our cars used to have 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder V8s that put out, they're very heavy. They put out maybe 200 horsepower, 300 horsepower. Now you've got little 4-cylinder turbos that are putting out that or more power out of a much smaller, compact, lightweight power plant.
Right.
So the needs for the tools have changed. And that's one of the things that we recognize was that, as our systems continue to advance, our tools need to advance at the same, hopefully at the same pace as the developments of the vehicles.
Yeah. So since you've been in the industry so long, what are the biggest changes you've seen in the automotive aftermarket industry, in the repair industry, in regards to diagnostic tools?
So the changes I've seen have really been in the controls of the engines and the systems, and this is complete vehicle systems, of course. With the electronic ADAS systems and things, but our original engines basically worked off of air and fuel, and they mixed them in a cylinder and compressed them. And depending upon how fine-tuned we could be with our timing or with our fuel controls, is depending on how well those engines worked. Today, we have multiple computers on these cars controlling multiple systems at once. And the only way that you can really effectively work on these systems is with electronic test equipment, scan tools, monitoring tools, pressure tools, things of that sort. So that's probably been the biggest thing, is our emission systems and our control systems.
So calibration is like really important. I had this discussion with somebody else. If you have a scan tool and if the calibration is off, then all of the readings are off. So how do you ensure that your tools stay properly calibrated?
Yeah. So very good point. I mean, your tools are only as good as the last time they were checked, right?
Right.
So I'll just show you an example here of, this is an old school, and is this good to do this?
Sure.
So as far as compression and pressure checking, this is what that the industry has used for years. This is an analog gauge. Analog gauges are as accurate as the quality of the gauge, and as we joke, or it's a fact, is the last time the technician dropped it.
Right.
Or something's happened where it's hit the floor. So going forward now, what technology has afforded us is the ability to bring in digital technology into our systems. And this particular tablet here has 12 different tests that are already pre-programmed into it, from compression to vacuum to oil pressure, things of that sort. And the accuracy is checked every time you turn this on. This gauge, you never know how accurate it is until you send it in somewheres and have it checked.
Right.
This tablet checks itself, and all of our tools, for the most part, all of our tools check themselves automatically when we turn them on. So they're self-checking, and the technician, the shop owner, can be reassured that those products are accurate as of that last time they turned it on.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, give us an overview of the 4 product groups that you've got.
Okay, so the digital technology, as we had talked about, which is the tablet here, this is giving us the ability to check. Our cars are full of different pressures. Pressure is very important to the performance and the efficiency of these vehicles now. You have turbo pressure. You have fuel pressure, whether it's gas or diesel. You have vacuum is kind of a reverse pressure, but vacuum is very critical in these engines as well. In diesels, you have what's called AD blue pressure in there, which is the additive that they use in diesel. So for our digital tablet, we're able to do 12 different tests with this tablet. We're testing within an accuracy of 0.145. Now, that is not 1%. That is 0.145% of 1%, if that makes sense.
Right.
So it's a very accurate tablet, very accurate system. We can test compression. We can test fuel flow, whether it be on diesels or gas engines. We can do vacuum. We can do cylinder pressure, turbo pressure, all sorts of pressures that are critical to these vehicles and their performance today. So, for example, fuel pressure on a diesel engine with a like a Duramax motor, they need to test up to 29,000 psi. With one of our adapters that we use for high pressure common rail testing, we can test up to 29,000 psi with this tablet. That's very unique in the diagnostic world today. Most of the diagnostic testers that are out there today test up to 2,500 psi. So we're able to go to the extreme, and this is really valuable for the independent shops that are out there to be able to handle what comes in the door.
Sure.
So the other part of this, and we can talk about some of the other functions here in a minute, is our ability to test, to record, verify, and then share the information with the customer. So when that Duramax diesel comes in and they've got a problem with it, we can go using our digital tablet. We can test the vehicle, we can record it or save it, and then we can verify the information is accurate as to what's wrong with that vehicle, and then we can actually share it with the customer. So the value of being able to test, record, and verify and share is that we can share this information with the customer. And people tend to believe a piece of paper over than the spoken word in some cases. So the piece of paper says that you have number 4 cylinder, for example, that is low on compression. Or in that case of the Duramax diesel, the system is supposed to have 25,000 psi and you only have 5,000 psi. So we can actually show them what the issues are with their vehicles. Same thing holds true for compression. We can test compression in normally aspirated or gas vehicles. We can test compression in diesel vehicles with the special adapters for diesels. So, again, this is a multitasking unit that covers pretty much all the pressures that, whether it be car, truck, power sports industry, vehicles have.
So which of the 4, you have digital vacuum and pressure, exhaust gas, sensor, diagnostic, which one is that one that you're showing me, the tablet?
That's your digital pressure. That's your digital pressure tablet. Yeah.
The digital vacuum and pressure testing?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and then what are the other product groups that you have?
Gas analyzers. So we offer several different versions of gas analyzers, from our 5 gas units to our single gas units, which can be used on specific applications, and diesel particulate analyzers. So where these come to play is your diagnostic shop. And I use this analogy is if we feel bad, we go to our doctor, and the doctor says, yeah, okay, I'm gonna look in your eyes and your ears and your mouth and your nose, and okay, something's wrong, but I can't see it, so I'm going to ask for a blood test. Kind of the same thing happens with our cars, is that the shops plug into the computer system with their diagnostic tablets, and the diagnostic tablet says there's nothing wrong. There's no codes present, or the car's still running, running poorly with poor fuel economy. So an option with the gas analyzers is to probe the exhaust. In other words, to see what the end result of the compression ignition process and the catalytic converter system is coming out the tailpipe, and they can then read what the end result is of those systems.
So kind of like a backwards up approach to diagnostic.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, it really is, it's a direct approach in some ways,
Yeah,
is that we can see, and again, the end result of everything that's happening in all those systems, the computer, the sensors, the fuel systems, everything working in unison. What comes out the tailpipe is the end result. Same thing happens with a catalytic converter. If a catalytic converter is constantly burning out on a car and there's no codes present, why is that happening?
sure.
A gas analyzer will allow you to do that,
Awesome.
to diagnose it.
Okay, so you vacuum, digital vacuum and pressure testing, exhaust, and then what other products do you guys carry?
Yeah, so sensor simulators. Sensor simulator is just what the name implies, is that these cars are full of sensors,
Yep.
whether it's a wheel sensor, a throttle position sensor, a crank sensor. And so the technician will hook up their scan tool and it says that the left front ABS sensor is bad. Okay, so the technician goes and buys an ABS sensor and puts it on and clears the codes, and the code comes back and says the left front ABS sensor is still bad. Well, why is that? So a sensor simulator is a tool that we can hook up in the system, direct into the system. This is what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And it will produce a known good signal and send it to the computer. And therefore, the technician can verify whether the sensor is bad or not. And this prevents them from replacing parts, as we call it, throwing parts at the vehicles to see if it fixes it. So it's a very valuable time saver. It's a moneymaker, because if they replace one sensor and to come to find out that it really wasn't that problem, then a lot of times they can't charge for that sensor, or nor can they charge for the labor that they had put into it up to that point. So it doesn't take long for this tool to be very valuable for the technicians and the shop owners. Then we have our video scopes, and our video scopes, basically we have
digital inspection scopes, right?
Yes, video inspection scopes. That's correct. So our video inspection scopes give us. We were one of the first ones to bring out a high definition video scope with full recordability, whether it be pictures, videos, zoom functions, things of that sort. But one of the unique features that we have is this articulating probe. So this is a 3.9 millimeter articulating probe. So the 3.9 is the tip size. And this allows us to go into a cylinder and look completely 360 degrees in the cylinder to see what's going on in there. So the top of the piston, the cylinder walls, the actual head, they can actually see where this goes down through and comes into the cylinder head. So whether it be an engine components or dash components, whatever, at 3.9 millimeters, this is one of the smallest ones in the market, giving us that kind of flexibility and recordability. So again, going back to the test, record, verify, and share, we can easily do that with this unit.
So what sort of a warranty do you guys offer on your products?
Yeah, so all of our products are 1 year.
Okay.
1 year warranty, full warranty. And then after that, we handle that through our facility there in Philadelphia.
In Philly, yeah. And so how does the shop owner actually get their hands on these tools and to look at them and get them in their hands? And
yeah, so again, Cornwell is one of our primary dealers that are out there that sell the products. Any of the other mobile dealers can request them through their outside tool sources or through our website. That's our primary distribution sources right now.
Okay, so the repair shop owner can't purchase. I'm on the website right now, so they can purchase directly from your website.
That's correct.
Okay. All right.
Then we do have a customer service line there. So if there's questions about the products, applications, et cetera, then we'll call back within 24 hours.
Okay. There's a lot of competition out there in the automotive aftermarket for diagnostic tools, isn't there?
There is.
Right. That's okay. So
Yeah.
what separates you guys really, ANSED, from your other competitors? What makes you guys different? Why would I want to choose your diagnostic tools over others?
Sure. So the majority of our line is very unique. For the digital vacuum and pressure testing, let's use that one as an example.
Okay.
For digital readings, one of the primary mobile distributors has a digital readout, but they do not have the ability to save and print those readings. Okay.
Mhm.
Plus, they have to have that digital readout hooked up to some of their diagnostic tablets. We're basically one of the primary manufacturers that has come to the marketplace with digital readouts, digital accuracy. Like I was saying, it's 0.145% accurate. Variance, I should say, really.
Right.
And then our unique adapter sets that we have to adapt to whether it's gas or diesel and all the different types of pressures that need to be tested on these vehicles.
Okay.
Gas analyzers, there are very few gas analyzers produced anymore. Some people seem to think that there is not a place for gas analyzers anymore, but there is. In fact, we're finding even in the EV market, like our public transportation systems, a lot of those electric buses that we're starting to see around now have auxiliary power units to drive their heaters. So the auxiliary power unit, being it's a public transport vehicle, has to be tested periodically, and they use the gas analyzers depending upon the type of fuel to test the emissions of those auxiliary power units and then verify that they're within compliance. So there's a lot of universal uses here that people don't realize, that gas analyzers are still very important in the diagnostic world.
Okay. So, and I see on the website here, you've got quite a few different gas analyzers at varying price points and complexities.
Yeah. So, for example, the NOx single gas analyzer is used for diesel vehicles. The CO is used for the older style vehicles without the emission systems and the electronic control systems. So, those are two of the four individuals that we, currently have.
What's your most popular selling diagnostic tool?
Most popular would be our digital pressure system. Absolutely.
Digital pressure system tester? Okay.
Yes. I mean, the features that includes and the versatility crossing all different fuel sources, it really is a very valuable tool for the shop owners and the technicians.
Right. And it does how many different types of tests? It does pressure, it does fuel, it does about a dozen. There's about a dozen different tests that does.
Yeah, there's 12 different ones out here, and we're constantly expanding this.
Hold it up a little bit. Let me see through the camera. Hold it up higher. Loss of cylinder pressure, general. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
And yep. Blue plastic turbo pressure, low fuel compressions. Okay, great. Yeah. Pressure.
Yep. So, and as the technologies change, then we're actually able to add add-on kits to this tablet with just, add-on accessory kits, plug-in kits that will adapt to any new applications that come down the road.
Right. Okay. You mentioned that you guys are at SEMA. So a lot of auto repair shop owners, they go to SEMA. Where can they find you? What exhibit hall are you guys in? I'm always in the North Hall. That's business services. So where are you guys located?
Yeah, we'll be in the South Hall, upstairs in the South Hall in the tool and equipment section.
And the tool and equipment section, the South Hall?
That's correct.
Okay, great. So a repair shop owner, you go to the South Hall, go upstairs and just look around for you guys, look for the logo there, ANSED, and actually talk with you guys personally there do you attend any other shows that a repair owner might be able to bump into you guys and actually put their hands physically on your product?
In the past, we've attended the Visions show in Kansas City, but at this point, no, and we have not.
So SEMA is your main one.
That's correct.
Okay,
that's correct.
So do you have anybody that talks to the auto repair shop owner locally, or would the auto repair shop owner have to specifically ask for your product from their tool supplier?
Yeah, so our tool suppliers, again, whether it be Cornwell or any of the other ones that happen to sell our products,
Uh-huh.
they're the go-to people for, to find it off of the mobile distributors
Okay. And Cornwell tools are available
nationwide.
nationwide, correct? Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
So Todd, do you offer any training with your products? Is there any way that do you have any training videos, or is there any way I can get any training once I buy your equipment, or is it all pretty much self-explanatory? Or if I have some questions, where do I go?
Yeah. So on our website, we have multiple videos that are available on the website that the technician shop owner can watch. So you can choose your product category, and then you'll see that in the drop downs there for those particular items. Also, Drive, Standard Motor products, SMP, they are also using our products in their training programs. Napa Autotech is also looking at adding in our products as well this year.
All right.
So we're actually giving the technicians, the new technicians, or the technicians that are upgrading their expertise, the ability to use our products in their training classes.
Okay. Let's thanks for that answer. That's great. I'm looking at the videos on the website. Everybody, once again, that's ANSED, ANSED Diagnostics. So it'd be DD, then diagnostics.com. Go on the website. Everything's there. Training videos is everything that you would need to all the information about the equipment. And congratulations. If you get Napa, you're using your equipment in their training. That's going to be a big feather in your cap also. So. Todd, so you and I met at the Automotive Maintenance and Repair, the MAP conference. A lot of shop owners have not heard of the Motorist Assurance Program because the Motorist Assurance Program is really well known in the corporations and the industries that provide products and services to the automotive aftermarket industry. But the Motorist Assurance Program was built to help provide standards in the automotive industry and to help the auto repair shop owner, because it's a third party psychology. If I'm a movie creator and I create a movie and you ask me, hey, how's your latest movie? I'm going to tell you how great it is. You're going to take it with a grain of salt. But if you ask your next door neighbor, hey, how's that new movie out? And they say, oh man, it's fantastic. You guys got to go see it. You'll go and see the movie. So it's the same thing with, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Jones, you need to get this fixed on your car. It'll cost this much. That puts the brakes up. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, the Motorist Assurance Program, which provides the standards in our industry, is stating that this should have been replaced approximately 12,000 miles ago, and you're really at an unsafe level now, because these brake pads getting thin, you're actually risking your family and the public safety. So it's highly recommended. The Motorist Assurance Program, they named it well, is recommending that. So there's still a lot of shop owners that haven't heard about it. It's motorist.org. And then that is produced by the Automotive Maintenance and Repair Association, AMRA.org. And Todd and I met there. So Todd, quick plug for Jeff Cox and his team over there at the Motorist Assurance Program. Tell us about Motorist Assurance Program and how it benefits the shop owner.
Yeah, one of the primary benefits, well, there's many benefits there, but one of the primary benefits that I really see that aligns with our diagnostic products is their inspection report. So they have a standardized inspection report that can be used throughout, that is used throughout the industry to record and share the information that the technician shop owners find when a customer brings in their car. So there's good, no good boxes that are checked in there, and it gives the ability for them to input their findings when they go through it. So one of the things that we're looking to do to align with the MAP program is to be able to take our digital technology with our test, record, verify, and share features, basically being able to take our information off of this tablet,
sure,
and record it and print it out, where we can take and attach that to the MAP inspection program, and that would then give the shop owners the verified, detailed results of their diagnostic procedures. So it really adds value to the MAP program. But it's building consistency. It's building confidence, customer confidence in the shops that they're working with a company that is committed to bringing the best diagnostic repair and visibility to what they're doing. So I think that the MAP program is very valuable, and customers should look for those shops that support that program.
Right. Yeah. So, and once again, shop owners, it's $199 a year, not a month, to belong to the Motorist Assurance Program and AMRA. And then me as a digital marketing agency for auto repair shops, we're able to put those trust badges, we ASC certified shop, AMRA, Motorist Assurance Program, Automotive Management Network. You can sign up for free there. But Tom Ham has got thousands of SOPs that you can just download and then modify them for your shop, and which will just help you get your systems and processes set up so much faster. So these trust badges, when your website loads, the second it loads, it sends trust signals subconsciously to the consumer. They don't even know what these badges are. They just see, oh, this shop's, with all these different organizations. And we also put all of our clients trust social proof front and center too, where other digital marketing agencies don't. I don't know why, but you really want to put those Google reviews and those other reviews in the header image, so that when the website loads, especially on mobile, that social proof and trust is there, and then along with those trust passes. But becoming a Motorist Assurance Program shop gives you an edge over your competitors, because it shows that you have concern to your customers, that you want to make sure that you're not recommending things or showing them things that's being recommended that are outside what the Motorist Assurance Program recommends. And the Motorist Assurance Program has worked with the industry leaders and manufacturers for how many years now? This is an older organization. I mean, like the car manufacturers got together with MAP to help set the standards a long time ago. So anyway, go to motorist.org, check that out, click on the sign up as a shop, and then contact your digital agency and ask them to put those trust badges up on your website. It'll help it convert better. So Todd, I really want to thank you for your time today. I know you're a busy guy, national sales manager, so I'm sure they keep you running over there. I do appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you at the next MAP conference. And once again, everybody, that's ANSEDDiagnostics.com. All right, have a great day. Thanks a lot.
Perfect. Thank you, Paul.
For additional automotive resources and exclusive content, follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our episodes. Thanks again for joining us in the driver's seat, and we'll see you next time for another thrilling episode of Top Shop.